The future is now. Introducing the Sony α7R6, a camera that pushes into new territory when it comes to resolution and image quality. The heart of this camera is a 66.8 megapixel fully stacked sensor, which offers a 5.6 times faster readout speed than its predecessor. Having a fully stacked sensor is usually something you'd find in some of the fastest cameras in the Alpha lineup, cameras like the Alpha 1 and the Alpha 9 series, and it allows this camera to have some tricks up its sleeve that the R series has never experienced before. More on that in a few moments. Along with the new sensor, there's also a new processor, the Bionz XR2, which now integrates the AI processing unit into one super powerful processor. This combination allows the α7R6 to do what no R series camera has done before it. For example, it could shoot 30 frames per second blackout free with their new real-time subject recognition that performs autofocus and auto exposure calculations 60 times per second. For some of you, that sounds like nerd talk, but it provides some context for how this camera does the amazing things that it can do. While the prior generation innovated with their AI-based autofocus, the new 7R6 is capable of tracking subjects with even higher precision continuously throughout the frame. Dynamic range is also improved by one stop over the prior generation, and for those folks who like to get the most out of their JPEGs and their HEIF files, they've expanded the dynamic range optimizer feature up to level 8. This feature lifts shadow brightness while protecting highlights and adjusting local contrast and tones. As a professional photographer, I typically do this to my RAW files by hand in post, but this feature really comes in handy when you want a good-looking image straight out of camera. At this point, I have to say the features we've discussed so far, I've personally found very helpful in the time that I spent with the camera. But one feature that has truly been a game changer for me on some of the newer Alpha series cameras is here in the α7R6, and that is pre-capture, a feature that allows you to capture images up to a second before you press the shutter button. The combination of the new fully stacked sensor and Bionz XR2 processor allows you to use this feature on the α7R6 without compromise. This means that you could use the pre-capture feature to shoot 66.8 megapixel images at up to 30 frames per second, blackout free in RAW. This might also be a good time to mention the buffer speeds on the α7R6. You could shoot up to 215 JPEGs or 150 RAWs, all in 14-bit RAW quality. Before we dig into the video features, let's talk about the updates to the camera body itself, starting with the EVF, which has a 9.44 million dot quad XGA OLED screen that's 3 times brighter than the α7R5. It's also a 10-bit display that offers DCI-P3 equivalent color gamut for enhanced visibility and color accuracy. After shooting several thousand images with this camera over the past few weeks, I can confidently say it's the best electronic viewfinder that I've ever used in the R series and maybe any Alpha series camera to date. The LCD screen on the α7R6 is a 3.2-inch screen with 2.1 million dots, and it retains the fantastic 4-axis multi-angle functionality that people fell in love with in the prior generation. The grip on this camera has also been improved, to the point that someone like myself with larger hands can comfortably hold this camera horizontally or vertically without fatigue, even when it's paired up with some of the bigger action lenses in the lineup. If you want to improve the ergonomics and functionality even more, they've also designed a brand new dual battery grip, which makes vertical shooting for extended periods even more comfortable. Speaking of batteries, the α7R6 brings a brand new battery with it, the InfoLithium SA series. This new battery has a 2,670 milliamp hour capacity, which is 17% higher than the Z series version, and it can be charged up to 80% in just 55 minutes. Overall, it can be charged up to 45% faster. It also has a battery health check on the charger, which lets you know when it might be time to replace your battery. Now, for the event and astrophotographers out there, this next one is for you. On top of the camera, you'll notice a tiny new button that has been added that looks like a little light bulb, and pressing that lights up the 8 buttons on the back of the camera. You could also customize the brightness of those buttons by selecting between low, mid, or high in the camera menu. When it comes to ports, there have been a few updates here as well. You'll find a headphone and microphone jack behind individual doors, and below that you'll now see two USB-C ports, with the first port having a screw hole so that you can attach those special kinds of USB-C cables and keep them from getting pulled from the camera. Finally, the HDMI port and flash sync ports have their own separate doors, keeping everything on the side of the camera nice and easy to access. On the other side of the camera, you'll find the dual CF Express Type A slots that also accept SD cards in each slot. Going over to the top of the camera and looking at the dial, you'll notice that the Memory Recall 3 option has been replaced with an asterisk icon. Inside the camera menu, you can now set up to 30 additional memory recall options, 10 for stills, 10 for movie, and 10 for S&Q mode, which can all be assigned unique names in the menu in case you forget what you set each one to. I highly recommend spending 10 minutes saving your most common settings when you get this camera, as it could save you a lot of time when you're out shooting. They didn't stop there though, as they added a tally light that could be seen from the front or top side of the camera to let you know when you're recording video, a feature that I think a lot of video creators are going to appreciate. The body overall is dust and moisture resistant, with sealing across the doors, buttons, mounts, and seams. It's truly a workhorse camera that you could take and use confidently in any environment. Let's talk about the video and audio updates in this camera. While the R series has always been a stills-focused camera, it can capture some beautiful quality video. Let's start first with the 8K resolution, where it's actually 8.2K oversampled video, and now available in 24p with a 1.2 times crop or 30p. 4K video is oversampled from 5K with full pixel readout and available in 24, 30, 60, and even 120p with a 1.4 times crop. They've also added what I believe is their best steady shot feature, called Dynamic Active Image Stabilization, which gives you gimbal-like performance in exchange for a slight crop. On the audio side of things, you can now record audio with 32-bit float when using their XLR A4 handle. And the in-camera microphone does a great job of reducing ambient noise and improving voice clarity. Pricing and availability will be linked in the description of this video, so be sure to check that out if you want to learn more about this exciting camera. And keep an eye out for my next video, as I'll be sharing my hands-on experience using this camera for shooting portraits, birds, and wildlife. If the video is done by the time you're seeing this video, I'll have it linked here on screen. And if not, be sure to check out the video that you see here on the screen to see the latest in the Alpha universe. See you there.